Hello, dear Libra. Welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you for being here for your July 1st till the 15th of 2019, which is eclipse month. We've got two eclipses. The new moon solar eclipse on the 2nd of July in the sign of Cancer, and the full moon lunar eclipse on the 16th of July in Capricorn. Okay, dear Libra, so this reading is being done on the 30th of June, sorry. So the eclipse, the solar eclipse, is in about 2.5 days. Venus is also moving into Cancer, so very sensitive where love is concerned, sensitivity. We're all wanting to be loved and nurtured extra at this time. A lot of love going around the family area as well. Now Mercury goes retrograde in about 8 days, and Mercury goes retrograde in the sign of Leo. It's going to go backwards, so it's going to go back into the sign of Cancer and then go over the Leo Cancer cusp again. So Mercury is going to be he's going to be retrograde all of the month of July. Also, Chiron in Aries is going to turn retrograde as well in about 10 days. So, healing the wounds of thyself, any victim mentality will be given the chance to be healed. Now, there's a lot of retrogrades. Jupiter in Sagittarius is retrograde. Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn are retrograde, and they're right on the south node. So very, very karmic times. Neptune in Pisces is retrograde as well. Now, Jupiter in Sagittarius is at home there. Saturn in Capricorn is at home there. Neptune in Pisces is at home there. They're very, very strong at this time. So those big players, very strong. Okay, and a lot is happening around the 17 degree, 17, 18 degree, even the nodes are on 17 degrees. So for those of you that are familiar with your charts, if you've got something around those degrees, so that would be the middle born people. So from the not the first 10 days, but the second decan of the signs are going to be affected very much so. So, dear Libra, just letting you know that your July-December readings will be done in the next couple of days. I know it's a little bit late. Please forgive me. It's been crazy. It's been really, really busy. So you're the next sign I will be reading for the July-December readings. Let's see what's happening in July. From the 1st to the 15th, Archangel Michael, please guide me for Libra. And I'm doing the Divine Spread at the beginning of the month. Mid-month, I'm doing the Celtic Cross due to public demand. Let's see, dear Libra, in your foundation area, you have the 7 of Cups. What you don't know and what is hidden from you is the 6 of Cups. In the recent past, you have the Hermit, which is the sign of Virgo. Some of you may be on the cusp with Virgo. In the now position, you've got Judgment. This is very karmic. It is a very karmic time with the eclipses. What's your highest ideal? Your goal is the Knight of Pentacles. In the action and advice position, you've got the 9 of Swords. So the advice is not to be frightened. Whatever changes are coming in, they are necessary changes. Let's look at the outcome position. And you have the 8 of Wands. Beautiful. I love the 8 of Wands for you. Let's look at the divine position. What is astrologically influencing you at this time? And you have the Lovers. Dear Libra, and this is the card of Gemini. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. You have the Fool. Wow, Aries. Aries is where Chiron is, yeah? And Venus is where Gemini is, in the sign of Gemini. So you have got a brand new cycle beginning. Beneath that is the Five of Cups. So leaving a situation behind, there is something else on the horizon for you. So you were feeling, you were looking to the past a lot. I think that maybe with the eclipse energy, you may be pushed into new territory. And I'm going to take a Karma Dharma Universal Love Oracle. This is new for me. It's a new oracle deck, and I will be reading from the booklet at the end of the reading. So, Spirit Guides and Angels, a message. What is Libra going through at the beginning till mid-month of July 2018, and that's in eclipse time. Okay, let's take your card. And you have the gateway. So the portal. Yes, eclipses are all about portals. You're at the gateway, ready. Jesus, can't even talk. You're ready to move through a new door. But let us take a tarot of sexual magic to look at your love life. 1 or 2, if they flip out, we'll see. Libra in July of 2019. Libra in love. Libra, intimate Libra. Oh, 2 cards fell out, so they're yours. Let's see what we have. Oh, wow, you've got Judgment again, and you've got the Knight of Cups as well. Wow, incredible. The Judgment card, which is Scorpio, Pluto. This is twice in your reading. A lot of you are dealing with a Scorpio. And if it's not a Scorpio that we're talking about, then because the Knight of Cups could be a Scorpio as well. Some of you could have Scorpio in your chart. You might even be on the cusp with Scorpio, but this is a wake-up call that you're going to go through. Okay, a wake-up call. So it looks here as though in the picture here, the child is freed, but the parents are tied up. Actually, the child is tying them up. That's interesting. So this is all about obligations, and maybe your love life is going through a massive transformation, a change. Those of you who have become parents, it's been all about the child, all about the little one. But what about you? What about your personal relationship? This is probably going through a transformation here. Now, the Knight of Chalices. The Knight of Chalices looks like an offer of love that's coming through. And it looks like, I don't know why I'm picking up, but this could be an outsider, outside of the relationship. If there hasn't been any intimacy here, for those of you that are committed in a long-term partnership, marriage, whatever the case, then there could be an outsider that is blowing your horn, if you know what I mean. And there is a sense of shyness, not being ready to step out of the relationship, but someone is there watching you, someone is chasing you, someone is serenading you. For those of you that are single, I just feel that this is like a wake-up call. So if you've been in a bond that's been quite, in the past, I mean, not now. So maybe even, maybe you've been, you've had family obligations, you haven't had enough time for love. There is someone coming in that's going to sweep you off your feet. This is someone who's very romantic. Now, the Judgment calling is a wake-up call, so whatever is going on, you're moving into a new area. So, yeah, Scorpio is mainly the water sign, but we've also got Pisces here. Cancer, not so much, even though the eclipse is happening in Cancer. I need to mention Pisces because of the 7 of Cups here. Seven of Cups is the illusion. It's Neptune, and Neptune is in Pisces. It also rules Pisces. So in your home area, there is some sort of confusion. Confusion as to what's going on. What are my choices? There's maybe too much going on. Maybe the dust has not settled. And this is illusions. Now, Neptune has turned retrograde, which means that either the rose-colored glasses are coming off, or it's even more of an illusion for you. But with the judgment calling and the eclipses here, I truly believe that something is changing, and you're going to have a wake-up call. Okay, so you've got two sixes. You have the Six of Cups in the hidden area, which is the Soulmate card. Okay, and you've got the Lovers in the divine position, which, we're talking about a very strong bond here, a very strong emotional relationship, which is more than likely, it's written in the stars, I would say. Look at all the joy and all the happiness in the Six of Cups. This is a card of nostalgia, a card of looking back, maybe to another lifetime when things were easy, flowing, innocent just like a child. Here in this lifetime, you've got a choice, head over heart decision. So could there be someone, an outsider, which is tempting you to step outside of this relationship? Or could it be someone that's coming in that you recognize from your past? And we are moving into Mercury retrograde, which this could be someone that you feel you have known at some point in your life, whether this is from childhood or this is from a past lifetime. But with the gateway here, this is very interesting. Twice you have the Judgment card. So much karma. So the gateway is open, and a lot comes in through that gate. The portal is open. Okay, so let's look at the cards for you. Seven of Cups, again, in the home area. This would be around family, parents, some sort of many choices. You've got the 7, you've got the 6, okay, and beneath here is the 5. So it looks like there is progression. It's like going back, then going forward, then some sort of a confusion. But what you don't know is that there is a balancing out of your emotions with the 6 of Cups here. What you don't know is that the portal could be open and a soulmate could be coming back from a past lifetime. That's what I feel here. Now, the Hermit is the card of Virgo. Virgo has Pisces opposites. So could it be, if you are dealing with a Piscean, their 7th house is Virgo. And this could be someone that works, in anything to do with work that looks at the finer details. So this could be someone who could be an obstetrician, a doctor, someone who is very spiritual. And also this could be someone who is a detective. Could even be, I don't know why I feel that it could be someone that works in medicine. So it could even be a doctor, a surgeon, for instance. Now, the Hermit is also, Virgo energy is like, taking time out, being in seclusion, looking for the details. Okay, so being away from the limelight, taking time out. Some of you are taking the time out because, moving from one area to another, ending some cycle, we usually have to sort of align ourselves. So if you haven't been in alignment and things have been like up in the air, you feel like there was so much confusion, you're taking time out, you're doing homework. Now, some of you could even be searching on the internet for information. Now, you know that the Knight of Chalices could also be Could it be, let's say, your partner having stepped out of the relationship? Some of you could be doing your detective work, looking to see if they've done the dirty on you, because you are, you don't seem to be very happy and there's a lot of confusion. Now, in the divine position, the lovers, head over heart decision, don't know if you're coming or you're going. In love, there is a choice. Now, usually it depicts Adam and Eve here. So we know that we have the snake there in the background, which is temptation. So I feel that there is temptation here. I don't know if it's you being tempted by someone else or your partner. The story could go either way. Now, the Fool card is a brand new journey. It's Aries energy, and Aries is where Chiron is. So the healing will be happening. Maybe even you are seeing the wound, the open wound, and therefore you are, just willing to take a chance on a brand new cycle. Some of you may have seen the wound already and you've been using the Hermit energy to heal, and you're ready to start a brand new cycle. Okay, so Aries is the warrior. Aries is all about self. Aries is also very fiery and passionate. And Aries is also the seed, a beginnings. Okay, so in the now position, you've got the Judgment card. Karma is calling. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, and Pluto in Capricorn, in your 4th house, dear Libra, is bringing in the change. Now, Pluto and Saturn are very karmic, so is the South Node. The South Node is what is familiar, something that we've been coming from, somewhere we're in a position of being comfortable where the South Node is concerned. Sometimes getting too comfortable in a relationship is not a good thing. You need to spice it up. So for those of you that are, it's been dull, it's been more obligations than romance, this could be a wake-up call that you need to do something. Otherwise, Pluto and Saturn calls for integrity and hard work. So the South Node is what we're supposed to be letting go of, and we're moving into the energy of Cancer. That's where the North Node is. Now, Cancer for you is your 10th house. That's where the first eclipse is taking place. The 10th house, which is your status, how you're seen out there in the world, and also your career. So you know that the Judgment calling is a rebirth. It's rising up from your ashes, being able to have another go. So there is transformation where career and home is happening for you. So your home, your foundation, your parents, your lineage, as well as your career and your goals, right? So crowning your reading is the Knight of Coins. So if we're looking at the table as it is, as the horoscope is, this is slow and steady movement. Slow and steady wins the race in your career section, in your career here. Now, there is a wild energy here with these 2 wild horses. The Knight of Coins is of Earth, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Some of you maybe in your career, you're like, I don't know, it's been like really stable and slow, but it's going to pick up pace, I feel. Now, the wild horses, they run free. Some of you may want to break out of a relationship, out of a home. Okay, and you are of air, and the Knight of Coins is earth. It's very, very slow moving. This may be too slow for you. So I feel that even if this is your energy, like if you've got earth in your chart, I feel that there is, you know, it's just like these horses. Let's say they've seen something that scared them, and we know that horses can get frightened very easily. It's as though you're, you know, walking along really calmly. You're very grounded, and then something happens, and you know the energies turn wild and quick and very changeable in the area here of your status and your career. In the action and advice position, you've got the Nine of Swords. So here are the fears: sleepless nights, insomnia. I think that what you don't know, you are fearing. And what you don't know, because you are looking for information with the Hermit card, this is what's frightening you. So your fears are getting the better of you, and I would say that it's not necessary to be in the Nine of Swords, because that's harsh. That is harsh energy. Now in the outcome, you've got the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands are Cupid's love messages, love arrows. This is quick movement. This is flight travel. This is communication through social media, fast communication, passionate communication. Now Mars is at the last degree of Cancer, and it's going to move, it's ready to move into Leo. But Mercury is moving backwards, so they're going to meet again, because Mercury went over Mars already. That could have been a communication, a passionate communication, passive-aggressive, give or take, you know, communication. Now Mercury is coming back, so this conversation will be taking place again. And it's a time to rehash and re-look over what has already been spoken about. Now, Mercury moves quickly, so it hasn't been long since it moved over Mars. It's coming back to Mars again. And Mercury's come back into Cancer, so more conversations around home. Once Mercury moves backwards and then again over Mars, I think that this clarity, this confusion will clear away. Now, Mercury is going to be retrograde for all of July. So give it time. Now things can happen in between. Doesn't mean that because it's going to be, you know, retrograde all of July that nothing's going to happen. No communication will be taking place. It's the opposite, actually, that there will be a lot of communication and chances to deal with things from the past, situations, people from the past, right? So let's take some more cards for you, dear Libra. I'm going to put the full card down, which is the general energy, and shuffle your cards for a few more. One card on each position. So in your foundation area, in the distant past, we've got the Page of Swords. So pages we know are all about changes. But anyway, let's continue with the cards. So on top of the Six of Cups, in the hidden position, you have the Moon card. Wow. So the Moon. The Moon for me is Cancer. Others say it's Pisces. Let's take both. Yes, Pisces has been mentioned. Scorpio, now Cancer is in the mix as well. Let's look at the Hermit. And the Hermit being Virgo, we have the Magician again, which is Virgo and Gemini. So we've got very strong Virgo and Gemini energies here, dear Libra. The Magician is Mercury and it rules Virgo and Gemini. You've got the Lover's card as well as the Virgo card. Let's look at the Judgment card, which is a second chance. And we've got the Seven of Swords. Okay, so someone's been quite stealthy. Seven of Swords, Judgment. Okay, so let's see. Knight of Coins and Eight of Cups. Again, Piscean energy. The Nine of Swords. I don't know why I feel that there is guilt. Someone is feeling very guilty here. With the Seven of Swords and the Nine of Swords, they're fearing the worst because someone's been up to no good. Let's look at that Nine of Swords. And we've got the Eight of Swords as well. Wow. So I would say that this is probably more than likely because the 9 and the 8 equals 17. That's the Star card. That's the energy of Aquarius. And Aquarius is the house of communication, social media, other people, you know, groups and associations, friends. This could be someone having done the dirty on a friend. Let's look at the Eight of Wands. And we have the Three of Coins. Let's see what the Lovers is talking about. And we have the Seven of Wands. And let's look at the Fool card. Now the Seven of Wands, sevens are always, you know, a card of being pushed away. It's being very defensive. Seven is also a divine number. Let me take one more card on that. And we have the Faith card. So, wow. Okay, the Faith card is Taurian energy. So Uranus is in Taurus and Uranus rules Aquarius. So some of you could be dealing with an Aquarian. You've got Aquarius, and we don't have the Aquarius card, but I've felt Aquarius here. So also you have Gemini, as I mentioned already, but Virgo can also be Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising could also be in the mix here. Let me look at the Fool card. And you have the Queen of Swords. So this is your energy, obviously. Queen of Swords. And I have mentioned already Gemini and Aquarius. So this, for some of you, could be your partner if you are dealing with someone who's got air and the air signs that have been mentioned, as well as Aries. So could be their moon in Aries, for instance. But if not, this is just the energy, let's say. It's the cycle, let's say. So the Queen of Swords is someone who speaks the truth, someone who looks at the details, not someone who is very emotional, someone who is outspoken, someone that could be cutting someone out, you know. Queen of Swords is someone who's been there, done that. You know, they're someone who is mindful of their heart. They're not open. They're not open maybe because of past hurts. The Queen of Swords could also be someone that has got a strong tongue. They're very strong-willed where their perceptions, you know, if they have an idea, they will put it out there. They're not one to hold back on their opinions. And she's willing to fight. Given a chance, she can put anyone down intellectually. She's very, very intelligent. So Libra, you are air. You've got that strong intelligence. Air signs just have that. They, very logical thinking. Of course, for those of you that are dealing with a Virgo, Virgos do tend to show up as Queen of Swords because they use their left brain, which is Mercury. It's logic. The Queen of Swords looks at the logic, not at the spiritual, unconscious and within, messages. She's not using her right brain, she's using her left brain. The right brain is the intuition. It's the divine, it's our divine self. It's the power that we've got to align with the information that is given to us from above. Okay, so I want to read these cards that I've taken out. Let's see, dear Libras, you've got Page of Swords and Seven of Cups. Page of Swords is communication. Communication could be coming in. And what I want to point out here is that the Page of Swords in this deck holds two swords. So it does remind me of some sort of a decision needing to be made. But, the fog has not cleared yet for the decision to be able to be made. Page of Swords is all about communication. It's all about a message coming through. And there could be an offer that's made, So you've got clouded judgment here. Yeah. Okay, so in the hidden position, you've got the Moon and the Six of Cups. Now, the Moon is intuition. The Moon is also deception, could be, but it's also matters around motherhood, and especially with the North Node being in Cancer, it's all about, being either the one that's going to be nurturing and loving someone else, or the other way around. You'll be doing that. You'll be taking on the form of the mother, let's say, and mothering someone. The Moon is also, dreams and, cups, all these cups in the air. You could be receiving messages through your dreams, dear Libra, about, information that you don't know, information that you are in the dark about. Now, the Moon can be really, really heavy romance, like really strong love. And having it with the Six of Cups, we are talking about a very, very strong connection. Yeah. And the Moon is also the fourth house of family, your heritage, your parents, your closest family. Okay, so the Moon could also be speaking about the new moon, the eclipses, right? So the new moon eclipse is on the 2nd, and the full moon eclipse, the lunar eclipse, the full moon is in Capricorn on the 16th. So, around the moon phases, full moon, it looks like here, which we'd be talking about the eclipse in Capricorn, because we do have the full moon. So something around the 16th of July is going to come through to make you either very nostalgic, or you're going to have some sort of a message from someone from your past, someone that you connected on a very deep level, maybe even from a past lifetime, as I said. This could even be friendship, if not love. This could even be a friendship. But up here I see different things. So we've got the 7, 8, and 9 of swords, which is a lot of worry. But nevertheless, let's look at the position here. Now the Hermit is with a magician, and the magician is a number 1. It's a wild card. And look at the energy, the lightning, the bolt, the electricity bolt, the fire, whatever you want to call it. This is like instant like magic. It just comes so suddenly and just so quickly. There's a lot of power in this card, a lot of power for manifestation. Now, because Mercury is a neutral planet, it can be positive, but it can also be negative. Because Mercury, which is Mercury is the messenger of the gods, and Mercury is many times, when Mercury goes retrograde, he usually goes down to the underworld to retrieve information from what's going on there. So it looks like whatever is being retrieved and found is going to give you the power to manifest. Now, Mercury is also communication. So if you've been looking for something to do around conversations, anything to do with what's been hidden, information that you don't know about, because that's what Mercury is, you could be manifesting the information that you need. Now, Mercury is also about commerce and business. So some of you could be doing your homework around, looking at the finer details, which is Virgo and the Hermit. And this is a time that you can manifest. Maybe you are spying on your competition, on your competitors. Maybe you're looking for clues and information on how you can manifest, because you could have someone else as being your teacher. You're watching their example and you're stealing ideas, because we do have the Stealth card here as well. So the Stealth card is a card of intelligence as well. It's not only being sneaky. Now, this is a card of being intelligent and giving yourself that second chance, like doing something about it, moving your hands. And this is divinely guided. It's a 7. So whatever you are looking into, doing the detective work for, this will give you that push into being given another chance. Whatever didn't work for you, there is another chance. You're putting your mind to work. Like, seriously, you are very powerful. Your brain, your thoughts, your perceptions are very, very powerful, Libra, at this time. Now, Pluto rules Scorpio. So Scorpio is all about other people's money. It's your partner's money. It's sharing on an intimate level. It's also anything to do with banks, loans, wills, deeds. Right? And the house of Scorpio is also the house of sex, sexuality. So, with this Judgment card here, I do see some form of being very secretive about someone here is very secretive about their sexuality. Okay, so I don't know, with the bonding, of the arms here, I feel that there are, untraditional sexual preferences in this card here. And maybe for those of you that were dealing with someone who did not want to open up and tell you about that, and you've got your ideas. You've got your inklings and, you're using your intuition. Maybe some of you have even had a weird dream where you see a situation like that. So you're starting to do your homework. You're doing your detective work here. Now, someone could also be, we do have, like, as I said, someone could be stepping out of the relationship, or this could be an invitation for a third person in the bedroom. Now, this video is only for over 18s, right? So, sorry, I had to say that because that's what I felt. So maybe this is what's changing for maybe one couple out there. Okay, look, whatever works for two people or even three, as long as everyone's happy. So let's look at what's your highest goal, what you're looking at accomplishing. So we've got the Knight of Coins, as I said, with the slow and steady movement. Something happens and then something turns wild, turns very quick. Now here we've got the Eight of Cups, you've got the 6, 7, and 8 of Cups. And again, we've got that moon, this half person, half, I don't know what it is down there, half whale, wish, whatever this being is, he's very, very Piscean. Now, Pisces is all about being the doormat. Pisces is also about mysticism, things that are hidden, completion points. Now here, the Eight of Cups is always, leaving those cups behind because you haven't found the proper balance within, completing your emotional self. You're at the 8, and where are those other 2 cups that are missing? Where are they? So there could be a completion here for some of you. There could be a completion because someone is suddenly walking out for whatever reason. Someone is emotionally checked out if they haven't actually walked out. And this could even be because we've got Pisces here. And Pisces is the illusion, right? Neptune is all about illusions. We've got the Magician here, which is the illusionist. Someone is trying to pull the wool over your eyes because they've got regrets. They've done something. 9 of Swords, 8 of Swords. And we've got air qualities here. So Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. This could even be you. I truly feel here that there are things that are hidden that could be coming up to the surface. But you know what it is, whether this is you that's hiding information, hiding something that you've done, and there's guilt. There's guilt all over this reading. I feel that whatever comes up to the surface, whatever it will be known, because the gateway is open, right? It's meant to happen. It's obviously saying that your path needs to change. Now here we've got the 3 of Pentacles on top of the 8 of Wands. Again, this is someone that is working very hard. Okay, let me just change my little candle because I could smell smoke and I was wondering where that was coming from. So, dear Libra, yeah. So I was saying that, and the 3 of Pentacles is a card of like putting in the hard work, fine-tuning your craft. This is a group endeavor. There's 3 Pentacles here now. This could be like the, third person that's in the relationship. Could even be Earth, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Virgo is the earth sign that is here. So sun, moon, or rising. But I'm going to also mention Scorpio, Taurus, because of the Scorpio, the Pluto cards. Yeah, Taurus is also here as well. So strong earth here. Someone is seriously like looking at the information very closely. Someone is working very hard trying to break into messages. Someone is seriously trying to come to find communication, or even like text messages, social media. Someone is spying on your social media, or this is you spying on someone else. Now, someone could be dealing with, if this is you that's doing the spying, then your partner could be dealing with someone who's at a foreign place, because we do have Sagittarius here as the fire sign. Sagittarius is, it's got a lot to do with someone who's at a distance. Now, Sagittarius is also Jupiter, Jupiter is in Sag, and it's in its home sign, and it's in retrograde motion. So this is looking closely at things, right? When we have retrogrades, we turn inwards. So some of you could be spying on someone that's been communicating outside of the relationship, even if you are not committed and you're just dating someone. I feel that there is strong, a third person strongly here. So you're looking at that, looking at those conversations, spying, and you're at the position of, what do I do? Head over heart decision. Like, seriously, what's going on here? Now, the lovers, as I said, it does show Adam and Eve. And with the Seven of Wands here, someone is being very he's like holding the door, he's protecting a path here, and he's being very, very defensive, okay? Because the Six of Wands is someone who is very, successful. They're in the limelight. They're very popular. But this has gone one step further. And this person holding the wand, which is their passion, their desires, is up against all these wands here. Six of Wands. This could be family members, other people, even sick situations. And defensiveness and guilt speak of, someone having stepped out. Someone has done the dirty here. Now, here we've got the Faith card, which speaks of someone stepping out of a marriage. Also, Sagittarius could speak of faith, religion. For those of you that are not on the same wavelength, not like not communicating on a balanced way in relation to, what your beliefs are and what your partner's beliefs are. So someone may have been raised, let's say, in a family where it wasn't that strange for someone to step out of the marriage. It was something that happened every day. So they grew up feeling as though, oh, it's fine. Whereas the Faith card can also speak of traditions. So the other person could be someone who has been brought up in a very traditional way. So they like to go by the book and what it has been done in the past, they would like to continue. So for those of you that are, just dating someone, there could be like differences where religion, beliefs, and upbringing is concerned. Yeah, so even if this was in partnership, someone has, like, let's say there was, three partners in a situation, maybe one person is on a guilt trip because they've done something that they should not have done. And, with the South Node up there in Pluto and with Saturn there, this could even be, even the law could be involved with it, with this. They could have stolen from the company if you're working, you've got your own company and there's a partnership here. Um, yeah, so it's like there are changes here, major changes, changes that are not going to be easy for you. But there is a lot of doing homework, looking into a situation. There's going to be a change with the Eight of Cups being in your crowning position. And with the Eight of Wands, lots of communication and maybe even movement, quick action. Now, the Three of Coins is someone who is working on their own. Could it be that out of the three partners, the two of them were, stealing, and therefore this person here with the Three of Coins is someone who is working diligently on their own, right? So, and maybe it's not that easy. Obviously, it's not that easy, but you're using your faith. You are pushing through, okay? Because the Lovers could have been in the reverse, but because I'm not reading reversals. You've got the power to be the magician. You can do this on your own. The magician works alone. And this is a bright, brand new path. This is the gateway that's open. So if there's been a team effort, even in a small collaboration, let's say, because Gemini is working with a small collaboration of few people, and Gemini is also siblings, neighbors, cousins, So this could be you stepping out alone. Now, someone may have communicated this to you and therefore put you on this wild journey, let's say. You've had a big wake-up call, whether this is in love, family, or even in relationships, like any, other people, because we've got a lot of people here, a lot of energies, different energies, lots of people. Now, for those of you that are, maybe someone is coming back from your past and you may be communicating. If you are in a committed partnership or relationship, maybe someone from your past has come back and you're feeling maybe they have regrets. And it could be that you are feeling regretful for communicating with them. Maybe they have regrets from the past, the way they've treated you. And maybe they're willing to make it up to you now at this time. So, I remember reading a comment on that was written beneath one of my videos that there was someone in a committed, someone who had just met a new person, but they had already spoken about love. It wasn't such a long-term relationship. It was quite fresh, but someone from 17 years back came back into the picture. Someone who was a very big love, like this kind of love, soulmate energy. And, this person was asking me, what do I do now? So, things like that may be coming up for you at this time. Okay, now for those of you that are dealing with someone who is from your past, someone that may have already hurt you because you are the Queen of Swords, this could be a new beginning. This could be a wake-up call and a new beginning. Now, they're willing to take a risk with you. They're willing to heal those wounds of yours. Okay? So yeah, they're going to make magic. It's as though they've got everything now. They've cleaned up their act. And I think that some of you may be worried about, would this person probably, if I let them into my life, would they go away again? I don't feel that. With the Eight of Wands here and with the Faith card, I feel that this is something more stable at this time. Let me take a few Sibilas. This wasn't a very easy reading. There's a lot of information here. I could be reading for another hour to go, but too long. Let's look at, what I want to look at first is the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Swords. And we've got sacerdotes, so this is the priest, and it's also 13, which is death and transformation, right? Plutonian energies here. Sacerdote, he's holding his cape, he's hiding something. So whatever is hidden in relation to traditional matters or even marriage or contracts is what is the fear. Now here we've got Six of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. The denaro speaks of security and stability. Some of you are worried that you're not ever going to be secure in a relationship that promises stability. But with the denaro here, this is like a new beginning. So again, it's the Six of Cups. Some of you may be fearing situations revolving around children as well. It could be that one person in a committed partnership doesn't want children, whereas the other one does. So again, Two of Pentacles, the lettera, news coming through, a decision being made. Let's take one more card on that. So we've got the Ace and then the Two. And here we've got the Amalato, low morale. So the Four of Swords this is, and the Four of Swords is, the warrior usually that's done battle. So it circles around the Three of Swords, so being in a love triangle and taking the time out to heal. And with the Ace of Swords, this person, this warrior, when he's okay to get up, he will either sever the ties or speak the truth. And then, these Eight and Nine of Swords energy will be shattered because the truth will be revealed. Let's take another card. La Matrice, which is the woman lover. She's like the Queen of Wands, very similar to a passionate woman. So yeah, someone stepped out because of sexuality. This is like a woman that is, woman or man, doesn't matter, that has very strong desires. And it's the Hanging Man, which says that, some of you may be trying to look at a situation in a different way. If this is someone that you are partnered up to, remember what I was saying here? That someone has got different sexual needs, right? Maybe wanting to include a third person in a relationship, and it's not taken very well by the partner here. Let's take another one. And there is the Thief. The Thief is someone who is coming into a home. This is the Ten of Pentacles. This is in a family situation, right? And some of you are even fearing the news that's coming through about money, security, and I don't know, someone in the family which may have taken something from the family. It could be anything physical or even emotional. Let's look at the, I want to look at the Lovers, Seven of Wands, and the Faith card. We've got Dottore, again, 13. This is healing. This is recovery. Here we've got the Bambino, which is a number 7, so there is newness here. Looking at a situation, wondering whether to invest more time, more effort, more money. 2 7s here are divine. So we've got a 6 and then a 7. Let's look at the Faith card. And we've got the Belvedere, which is the Three of Cups. So for those of you that maybe were not on the same page where children are concerned, you're going to heal that. There's a celebration here, Three of Cups. Now the Belvedere is also being on the lookout, right? So looking towards the future, looking at something new, looking at stabilizing something with the Faith card here. And the Faith card can speak of values, right? Where, you know, Uranus being in Taurus is changing up people's values. So let's take another card on the Hierophant. And we've got the Nine of Cups, which is a wish card. So Nine of Cups, we go from we had the 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 of Cups. So much emotion here. I feel that the divine is finally going to bring you something that's going to make you happy. Now, for those of you that are having troubles still working through stuff, whether it's gossip or whether it's a triangle situation, there is healing here. And the 9 of Cups can also be overindulging, maybe drinking too much, maybe, I don't know, maybe even if there is a celebration here, you could be out drinking a lot, right? Enjoying yourselves, because there is a healing quality here, healing the heart, okay, healing your, with anything to do with commitments, with your values. There is a healing quality and a wish card here. Let me see. I want to take on the outcome position. Actually, no, I'm going to take one Sabila on the sexual tarot, sexual magic, the Judgment card, the wake-up call. So domestical, yeah, this is the outsider that's stepping in. This is someone, there is no trust here. And this is a wake-up call. There is some karmic situation opening up here. Let's look at the Knight of Cups coming in. And we've got the Ten of Cups here. So for those of you that were in a bond, a difficult bond where there was no emotional or even sexual connection, and those of you that are dealing, you know, letting that go because you're going through that gateway, you do have the Knight of Cups coming in, which is someone who is very romantic. You have the Ten of Cups here. This is someone who could be from the area of Europe, could even be just someone who is a foreigner, right? I just like to look at now just the Judgment card and the Seven of Swords in the now position. We have the Giovine Fanciulla, so this is pure energy. This is the Virgo energy, but it's also, again, the Hanging Man. So the Giovine Fanciulla can also be a young maiden, right? Here we've got the Casa, the home. This is the Two of Cups. This is stability, pure energy. So after sacrifice, after being intelligent, sacrificing something, I think that you're getting stabilized with the Casa. This is family behind you. This is a contract. This is an agreement. So you're being given a second chance where contracts are concerned, where agreements are concerned. And this is you being intelligent. Okay, for those of you that have figured out that someone stepped out, it's a young maiden, someone who is quite young in age, let's say. And here we've got the Gran Signore, which is, it's a number 13, again, Scorpionic energy. This is like the King of Pentacles, very similar to, or the King of Cups. This is someone who is they've got a strong ego. They come from a very financial financially blessed background, let's say. They're VIPs and, blue-blooded and very royal. So there is a strong ego here. But also, after the agreement of the Two of Cups and the Kaza, this is financial prosperity. This is pulling through a situation that's going to make you very, very happy. Now, where money is concerned, there's great promise in this card. Yeah, so the Virgin can also be, the energy of sacrifice brings in the stability and the money. So you're being given a second chance through your intelligence to transform, to turn a situation around. And I'm going to say that, this could also be the boss sleeps with the young secretary. And the boss is already married, right? So there is a young, pure, naive young maiden, and the Gran Signora is looking straight at her. And there's scorpionic energy here, so strong sexual tension. Wow, let's read from the gateway. The gateway, right? From the Universal Love Oracle. Let's see what the gateway speaks of. A chapter in your life is coming to a close and a new chapter is about to begin. Surrender the past graciously and lovingly. Trust in the natural cycles of life, for all is held eternally within the arms of this great love we call life. Remember, winter is followed by the rebirth of spring. Every moment in time is an eternal gateway of endless possibility. Journey through this gateway, initiated into new adventure. And that's the Fool card, right? You're on a new adventure. Take up the challenge and answer the call to live, love, and laugh. Feel the sacred, precious beauty that fills your heart. Even in sadness, a great light shines from within you. Be grateful for all that has been and all that is still to be. Beautiful. So, dear Libra, I'm hoping that this was of help to you. I know it was a difficult reading. It's like back and forth, but I have to go with what I feel. And, the more cards, the more confusing the reading will become. Some people do take bits and pieces of clarity from here. If this did not resonate, please watch your moon and rising signs. And I'd like to thank you for all that you do. I will talk to you soon. Thanks again. Much love to you all.